As a child, my grandfather used to take me to this one tree. This tree had always stood out from the other trees. The thing that was special about it was its history. And its history isn't something you'd imagine. For example, like kids have parties there or to do occasional carnivals near it or anything like that. It's more of a dark history if I tell you about this, but I'll tell you the story of the night I almost died because of that tree. And I believe that tree is cursed. And so I'm going to tell you the story, and hopefully that scares you. So, when I was about 8 years old, I decided to go down to the forest where the tree is, to see what was going on there. The carnival was also right next door to it, but it was quite far away. So as I approached the tree, I always greeted it, said hi to it, since to me it was special. Somebody said it was special, so I said hi to it. And just I was curious, I had a look around it, since I didn't really had a chance to look around it, as my grandfather would do, as he said. There's something about a tree he doesn't like, but I don't understand what it means, because I think it's a normal looking tree. So as I was looking around, I see this mark on it, and the mark looked somewhat like a triangle with like this weird looking diagonal line going through it, but it was in green, and it looked new, but I felt like it's been there for a while. And so when I touched it, it was dry, and then I felt this urge to look behind me. And so when I looked behind me, there was a lake, and that lake's been there for God knows how long. And so I walked up to it, and I felt this presence. It felt so unnerving. Something told me to just run, and that's exactly what I did. I ran, not looking behind me, fearing what I'd see. And so as I got back to home, my grandfather called me, and he told me, "You touched a tree, didn't you?" And I went, What? No, I didn't touch the tree." He goes, "I know you're lying to me." And then he hung up. This somewhat confused me, and so it was getting quite late, so I decided to go up and have a shower and get my homework done. So anyway, my parents got home from work, and I told them I didn't tell them anything about it. And so the night goes on, and I hear this tap at my window whilst I'm on the computer doing homework. I decided to sit up and just go and explore. I know this sounds like some sort of stupid idea you see in horror movies, but surprisingly, it didn't feel any weird just to stand up and look to it. So I went up to the window, I opened the blinds, and there I saw my good friend Stephen. And Stephen was there saying, "Yo, you wanna come down and go back to the forest?" You know what? Since there's nothing else to do, and I really can't be bothered to do this homework, okay, I'll come out. And so I told my parents that I was going to the store and be back in about half an hour. For some reason they agreed, which is weird, because they never agreed to let me go out about 8:10. So I left. Stephen met me at the front door, and luckily my parents didn't see him because he was quite loud. So we went out and started walking down to the forest. The forest is a good 15 minutes away from my house. And so once we got to the entrance of the forest, which is a gate, it's like a small gate that says "Caution bulls," because normally at summertime you see bulls, but for some reason there weren't any bulls there. There was mostly there at night time. And so I told Stephen, what one of the bulls come out and attack us? He goes, "Nah, they won't come out and get us. We're like the scariest things in the world." I went, "Well, we're 8. I totally disagree. We're even a quarter percent scarier than they are." And so they ignored it, and that feeling just jumped back into me, and I felt so nauseous all of a sudden. I felt so lightheaded. Stephen looked at me and went, "You okay?" I was like, "Not really." And so I sat down, and for some reason I spat out what I wasn't supposed to tell my parents about the tree. I told him about it, and he looked, and his face looked like I was crazy. I mean, that tree. And he goes, "Yeah." I went, "Yeah, there's a tree with a marker on it. It was green. It's weird. When I touched it, I felt so weird." he completely ignored me and just called me crazy and pulled me up gently, and we started to go on. And a few minutes go by, and then I decide to just pat my face in the river, since I was for some reason really warm. And when I got to the river and I put my face in it, I heard this scream I will never ever forget in my life. But I don't know why, but Stephen never heard that sound, and the scream I made after that woke up the entire neighbourhood. And I was correct when I saw a load of lights on in the background too. And I heard dogs barking, and everything went downhill from there. As I looked to my left, there I saw the tree. But the tree, it moved. It wasn't in its place it was supposed to. I could see, because the roots were out of the ground, and I didn't have legs. I didn't have anything. And then I heard this swinging sound of a rope. And as I looked up at that tree, I saw what it looked like around 7 or 8 swinging dead bodies of children my age. And right at the bottom, behind the tree, I saw the face of a little girl whose face was so deformed, I swear to you, that I will never be able to sleep without seeing that face. And so Stephen did not even see that tree. When I ran, I fell, and that little girl was chasing me, and she was going as fast as any human could go. And before she jumped on me, I awoke from what looked like I was in a hospital bed with all this medication, with all this medical equipment around me. My parents, looking so surprised, they all gathered around and hugged me, telling me what happened, and said that you were kidnapped on this tree, and you were hanging from a tree on the edge of death. And I asked them, was it a tree near our neighbourhood? He goes, no. This tree was up the side of the country. You've been missing for 2 years. My heart sank after I heard this, and the expression on the doctor's face when he walked in told it all. He ran out the room. I never saw him again. And I asked if Grandpa was here, and my parents looked at each other confused, and they looked at him and said, your grandfather's been dead for 25 years. And so my mum started crying, asking, well, what did it look like? And I told the exact description, and Mum hugged me and said, well, that's what he looked like before he died. I went, well, how did he die? He went, he was hung on the same tree as you were. He hung himself. And this broke me. From this, I will never forget what my mum told me. And from now, I'm recovering well. I still see that girl's face, and it still gives me nightmares to this day. Hey guys, it's Mr. Horslav. I hope you enjoyed this custom story I made up. Feel free to drop any of your stories, real or fake, in Instagram or Twitter, Snapchat, whatever you want to do. And see you guys soon. Bye bye.